director for the longtime great group Peace Action. Please welcome Frances Motiwalla. Frances, come on up. Thank you for all your outreach.
Thank you so much for having me today and inviting Peace Action to co-sponsor this event. As a little boy, Paul Warfield Tibbets Jr. fell in love with airplanes. In 1927, at the age of 12, you can imagine his excitement when this son of a confectioner got to ride in an airplane over a racetrack, dropping candy bars tied to little parachutes to the crowd assembled below. Just 10 years later, this little boy would enlist in the U.S. Army. 5 years after that, after leading a bombing raid over occupied France, which accidentally killed many civilians, he recounted advice from his med school roommate, who told him of a classmate who failed the program because he had too much sympathy for his patients, and that destroyed his ability to render the medical necessities. It dawned on Tibbets that I am just like that if I get to thinking about some innocent person getting hit on the ground. I'm supposed to be a bomber pilot and destroy a target. On August 5th, 1945, Tibbets assumed command of the aircraft which would a day later drop a uranium bomb, nicknamed Little Boy, on Hiroshima. He named his airplane after his mother, Enola Gay Tibbets. I knew when I got the assignment, he said, it was going to be an emotional thing. We had feelings, but we had to put them in the background. We knew it was going to kill people right and left. But my one driving interest was to do the best job I could so we could end the killing as quickly as possible. Paul Tibbets, if you can hear me now, I'm sorry to say that the killing you began on that day has still not yet ended. It continues 73 years later. Last year, I had the privilege of representing Peace Action at the World Conference to Abolish Nuclear Weapons in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Not only did I hear firsthand accounts from survivors of the blast about the utter horror that they experienced that day, I heard from their children and their children's children who are still suffering from the effects of that radiation poisoning. I also heard from survivors of U.S. atomic testing, which continued for decades, and has left citizens of places like the Marshall Islands still suffering from the radiation poisoning that they were exposed to intentionally, subjects of unthinkable testing at the hand of our government in the name of science. Paul Tibbets, you once said, I made my mind up then that the morality of dropping the bomb was not my business. I was instructed to perform a military mission to drop the bomb. That was the thing I was going to do to the best of my ability. Morality, there is no such thing in warfare. Well, Paul, for those of us who have gathered here today, morality is our business. And in morality, there is no warfare. As we continue to organize, we will continue to experience feelings. And we're going to have to put those into the background. People are getting killed right and left. And our one driving interest is to do the best job we can so we can end that killing as quickly as possible. Peace Action works year-round, organizing grassroots actions to achieve this end. We provide resources to help the public take effective action, which can lead to policy change and a foreign policy rooted in morality and not warfare. I invite you all to visit our website, peaceaction.org, and join our efforts. And I invite you to repeat after me. No more Hiroshimas.
No more Hiroshimas.
No more Nagasakis.
No more Nagasakis.
No more Hibakusha.
No more Hibakusha.
No more war.
No more war.
Thank you.